My name is Joe Partridge from justscoof.com, and today we're going to be making cafetiere coffee, which is one of the simplest and most convenient ways of making high quality coffee using beans or ground coffee. Here we have it. Here's a cafetiere. This is a 8-cup cafetiere, so called because you can get 8 espresso cups from it, but many of us prefer a slightly longer drink, and here are the 2 mugs that I'm going to be preparing today. The first thing you need to do is boil the kettle, and I've already done that, and I'm going to add in some hot water to the cafetiere, and I'll use this just to warm the cafetiere up by swilling the hot water around, tipping it down the sink, and that just means that you're not cooling down the preparation right from the beginning. So we've got the cafetiere there, and after that obviously you need to load up your coffee. You may choose beans such as these, or buy ground from the supermarket. It's very much up to you, and the style of coffee, the bean you use, that's also down to your preference. Today I've decided to grind mine, and here we are. The fairly coarse ground is best for a cafetiere because you don't want the sediment to get through the mesh of the plunger. I'm going to add in 1 spoon per cup, which is recommended. So 1 good heaped spoon of coffee. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And after you've added your coffee, the next thing is to pour on boiling water. Now this boiling water must be just off 100 degrees now, because we boiled it about 30 seconds ago. And that's an ideal temperature. You don't want to scorch the coffee using boiling water. You want it to be very hot but not boiling. And when you pour in the water, you naturally try and stir in the water and the coffee together. But when you have a look, you'll notice that the coffee has floated to the surface. And that means that coffee is going to be under extracting. You're not going to get the full flavour. What you need to do is to stir your coffee. Now, this is called Scoof. And Scoof is specially designed to stir cafetiere coffee easily and perfectly. In just 2 or 3 depressions of the Scoof, it twists into the liquid water and coffee and turns and spins and mixes the coffee and water up together perfectly. And that means that you'll get a fully extracted cup of coffee rather than leaving half of the flavour inside the cafetiere because you haven't given it a good stir. And then after that you do need to leave it a little while to brew. So we'll wait about 4 minutes to brew. And again, that time depends on your own personal preference. And particularly if you've stirred it, you may allow a little less time. So we'll just wait for this to brew. And now 4 minutes has passed, and we can take the plunger and make sure it's turned round so that the filter part at the front is near the spout of the cafetiere, and you put the lid and plunger onto the cafetiere and then depress. And if you've stirred it, it's actually a bit easier to plunge than if you haven't stirred the cafetiere. So that's now fully plunged, and all we need to do now is pour and serve. And cafetiere coffee tastes better the sooner you have it after you've made it, because it will carry on brewing a little bit in the cafetiere even after you've plunged. So there they are, poured out, 2 delicious looking cups of coffee, and of course, I've got to try it, even if I burn myself. And that tastes good. So there we have it, cafetiere coffee. Very simple, convenient to make. And if you use something like this, a scoof, to stir it during the preparation, you'll get a more fully extracted cup of coffee. Thank you very much.